As centuries passed, empires changed. Ancient Greece gave way to the Roman Empire. New religions spread across continents. New questions emerged. Yet one thing remained the same. Human beings continued searching for answers to the greatest mystery of all. What is the source of existence and what is the nature of God? The search now entered a new chapter. A chapter where faith and reason would often walk side by side. Augustine of Hippo, late Roman era, 354 to 430 AD, the seeker of the restless heart. Core idea about God. The human soul finds true peace only in its creator. Augustine was one of the most influential thinkers of the Christian world. Before becoming a believer, he spent years searching for truth through philosophy, knowledge, and worldly experiences. Yet nothing seemed to satisfy him. Eventually, Augustine reached a profound conclusion. Human beings constantly search for happiness. We search through wealth, status, relationships, pleasure, success. Yet something always seems missing. Augustine believed the reason is simple. The human heart was created to seek God, and until it finds its creator, it never experiences complete peace. This idea remains powerful even today. How many people achieve their goals only to discover they still feel empty? How many people gain success yet continue searching for meaning? Augustine believed that behind every search for happiness lies a deeper search for God. Thomas Aquinas, medieval Europe, the 1225 to 1274 AD, the philosopher of logic and faith. Core idea about God. Reason and observation can lead human beings toward recognition of a creator. Nearly 800 years after Augustine came Thomas Aquinas, he became one of history's most famous philosophers and theologians. Unlike many people who see faith and reason as opposites, Aquinas believed they worked together. He carefully studied nature, motion, cause and effect, existence itself, and he asked a simple question: why does anything exist? His reasoning led him to several conclusions. Every effect requires a cause. Every movement requires something that initiated it. Dependent things require an independent source. For Aquinas, these observations pointed toward an eternal creator, a being who depends on nothing, a being who causes everything while remaining uncaused. What makes Aquinas fascinating is that he attempted to build bridges between faith and reason. He believed the universe itself contains clues about its creator. René Descartes, Scientific Revolution, 1596 to 1650 AD, the philosopher who doubted everything. Core idea about God. The idea of perfection points toward the existence of a perfect creator. As Europe entered the scientific revolution, a new challenge emerged. How can we know anything with certainty? René Descartes decided to question everything. He doubted traditions, authority, even his own senses. But during this process, he discovered one thing he could not doubt: the fact that he was thinking. His famous conclusion became, "I think, therefore I am." Yet Descartes did not stop there. He asked another question: why does the human mind possess the idea of perfection? Human beings are imperfect. We make mistakes. We lack knowledge. So where does the concept of a perfect being come from? Descartes argued that the existence of this idea points toward God, a perfect cause behind the idea of perfection itself. Whether one agrees or disagrees with his argument, it reveals something fascinating. Human beings naturally think beyond their limitations. They imagine perfection, infinity, eternity, concepts far greater than themselves. Baruch Spinoza, Dutch Golden Age, 1632 to 1677 AD, the philosopher who saw God everywhere. Core idea about God. God is the ultimate reality underlying everything in existence. Spinoza offered one of the most unusual views of God. Instead of seeing God as separate from creation, he believed God and nature are deeply connected. For him, Everything that exists is part of a single reality, a single system, a single order. He saw the universe as filled with divine meaning and structure. From an Islamic perspective, Muslims would disagree with equating God and creation. Islam teaches that Allah is distinct from His creation. The Creator is not the universe, and the universe is not the Creator. Yet Spinoza's ideas reveal an important human tendency. When people observe the incredible order, beauty, and interconnectedness of existence, they often sense that reality points beyond itself. Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz, Age of Enlightenment, 1646 to 1716 AD. The philosopher of the ultimate question. Core idea about God. Everything requires an explanation, leading to a necessary and eternal being. Leibniz asked what may be the greatest philosophical question ever asked. Why is there something rather than nothing? Think about that. Not why planets exist, not why trees exist, not why people exist, but why existence itself exists. Why is there a universe at all? Leibniz argued that everything we observe has an explanation. If something exists, there must be a reason. Eventually, this chain of explanations must arrive at a final explanation, a necessary reality, a being that does not depend on anything else, a being that simply exists. For Leibniz, that ultimate explanation was God. His question continues to challenge philosophers and scientists to this day. Why does anything exist at all? Immanuel Kant, Enlightenment Germany, 1724 to 1804 AD. The philosopher of human limits. Core idea about God. Human reason has limits, but morality points toward a higher moral reality. Kant transformed philosophy. He believed reason is incredibly powerful, but he also believed reason has limits. Some questions, he argued, cannot be fully answered through logic alone. Yet Kant noticed something remarkable. Human beings possess conscience, a sense of duty, a sense of right and wrong, even when doing the right thing brings no reward. Why? Why should humans care about justice? Why should they sacrifice for others? Why should morality matter? Kant believed our moral awareness points towards something greater than ourselves, a moral order, a moral law, and ultimately, a moral lawgiver. What makes Kant especially interesting is that he reminds us of an important lesson. Human reason is extraordinary, but it is not unlimited. There are realities that logic alone struggles to fully grasp. Perhaps this is why throughout history, human beings have not relied only on reason. They have also searched for revelation, for guidance, for answers from beyond themselves. And as we move into the modern world, the search becomes even more fascinating. Some philosophers would emphasize faith, others would challenge religion itself. Yet even those who questioned God could never escape the questions that belief in God seeks to answer. The search was far from over. As we conclude this chapter, one thing becomes clear. From Augustine to Aquinas, from Descartes to Leibniz, from Spinoza to Kant, the questions never disappeared. Different centuries, different civilizations. Yet the same search continued. The search for truth, the search for meaning, the search for God. But humanity was about to enter a new age, an age of new discoveries, new doubts, and new questions. In Part 3, we will explore the ideas of Hegel, Kierkegaard, Nietzsche, William James, and Muhammad Iqbal, and uncover a remarkable pattern hidden across more than 2,500 years of human thought. A pattern that may reveal why humanity never stopped searching for truth, and why that search continues to this day. The journey continues.